Jones wants to be the first man in the UFC to stop Quentin Rampage Jackson. Looking to do it right here. Looking to finish this fight.
Jon Bones Jones, a name that reverberates through the history of UFC as one of the most electrifying fighters to ever step foot in the octagon. His natural talents, including his size, speed, and supernatural reach, made winning fights look easy. He was a legend among champions and etched his name in the annals of UFC history by becoming the youngest ever UFC champion at the age of 23. Since then, there hasn't been a single fighter younger than 23 who could even come close to challenging his dominance in the ring. As a champion, he set records for the longest win streak in the light heavyweight division and the most title fight wins in UFC history. Love him or hate him, there is no denying that Jon Bones Jones is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
Big shots by Jon Jones. In a world of trouble here. Gustafson's in trouble. That's
Jon
it.
Jones has regained the throne.
Wow.
However, despite his impressive track record, Jones' personal life has been plagued with struggles. He turned to drugs and alcohol, admitting to a destructive habit of partying 1 week before every fight. Eventually, his hard-living ways caught up with him as he was involved in a hit-and-run accident that almost landed him in jail. The UFC was forced to strip him of his light heavyweight crown.
He's done a lot of things to himself. He's saying, in one of his tweets, he was saying that I tarnished you?
And Jones was left to face the consequences of his actions. But let's not forget the beginning, where Jon Bones Jones was a rare talent that had the world at his feet. Early life. Jonathan Dwight Jones, born on July 19, 1987 in Rochester, New York. Despite his father's desire for him to become a pastor, Jones had other ambitions. He excelled in wrestling in high school, becoming a state champion, and went on to win the National Judo Championship while attending college. Jones knew from a young age that he was destined to become one of the greatest fighters of all time. When he found out his girlfriend was pregnant, he decided to pursue fighting professionally to make money. He joined the Jackson Wink MMA Academy, building up his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and striking skills to complement his wrestling, foregoing completion of his university degree. MMA career. In 2008, Jon Jones began his journey towards greatness by turning pro and competing in local promotions at just 20 years old. He stunned the world with powerful punches.
Biggs! He flipped him over. Now he's raining some left hands down.
Earning a TKO victory in his professional debut against Brad Bernard, followed by knockouts against Carlos Eduardo.
Oh, that's it. He's out. He's out. And he ate a left there, too.
And a submission victory over Anthony Pino via guillotine choke in the following days. Jones quickly became known for his incredible 84.5-inch reach and striking ability. The UFC signed him just 4 months after his professional debut due to his impressive undefeated record of 6 wins at such a young age, and the legend of Jon Jones in the heavyweight division was born.
3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division.
UFC career. In his UFC debut, Jon Jones accepted a fight on 2 weeks' notice against Andrew Guzman. Although he didn't get the finish, Jones put on a striking clinic, overwhelming his opponent and showcasing the tools that would eventually make him a champion.
Big knees. Good battle. Spinning back.
Despite not getting the finish, Jones secured a unanimous decision victory, displaying his unorthodox yet effective striking attack, which included a devastating right hand.
Takes hands by Jones. Move that elbow up again. He's used that a couple of times. Under 4 minutes remains.
Decision. Nelson Hamilton scores it 30 by unanimous decision. Johnny Bones.
Jones continued his winning streak by defeating Stephen Bonner and Jake O'Brien with ease. Bonner, a seasoned veteran, was overwhelmed by Jones' suplexes, kicks, and elbows.
Dynamic Jones, especially the Greco-Roman skills like, spinning back. But Bonner's not out of the...
He appeared fatigued in the 3rd round, but won the fight by unanimous decision.
Roy Silver decision, Johnny Bones.
In his fight against Matt Hamill, Jones was dominant and even used illegal 12-6 elbows.
Nice trip. There's some Greco. Matt Hamill's in deep, deep trouble. Big elbows from Johnny Bones.
Resulting in a disqualification and his first blemish on his record.
Test. Due to intentional elbows, there's been a disqualification of Johnny Bones Jones. Therefore, the winner is Matt Hamill.
Despite controversy, Jones' domination of Hamill showcased his skills as a fighter. Jones quickly established himself as a force to be reckoned with in 2010, with impressive victories over Brandon Vera and Vladimir Matyushenko. In the latter fight, Jones delivered a brutal elbow strike to Matyashenko's eye socket,
Oh, man, the point of the elbow right in the eye.
causing multiple fractures to the face. His rise to glory continued in 2011 when he defeated Ryan Bader with a guillotine choke, showcasing his well-rounded skills.
Having such a long reach.
Oh, he got it! It's all over! Jon Jones!
Shortly thereafter, he was given the opportunity to face Mauricio Rua for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship title, a moment that filled Jones with gratitude and excitement. Jones, just 23 years old and with less than 3 years since his pro debut, faced off against Rua, who was 29 at the time. Despite being a dominant force in the light heavyweight division, fans were still curious to see how Jones would fare against the top fighter in the division. It didn't take long for Jones to prove his mettle. From the start, Jones attacked Rua with knees, kicks, and takedowns, and unleashed a flurry of elbows on the mat.
Big takedown.
In the second round, he added more elbows, and in the third, he pressed Rua, until the champion eventually fell to the mat, where he was rescued by the referee.
To the body. Jon Jones is the youngest champion in UFC history.
Jones became the youngest champion in UFC history, passing a tough test with flying colors.
UFC Light Heavyweight Champion.
However, a champion's legacy isn't complete without defending their title, and so in September 2011, Jones faced off against the dangerous Quentin Rampage Jackson, who boasted that he would knock Jones out and put an end to his hype. Despite the talk, Jones dominated the fight and ultimately finished Jackson in the fourth round with a rear naked choke submission.
Got his back. That's what Jones wants. Looking to finish this fight. Quentin's trying to pry it off. It's all over.
It was a decisive victory in his first successful title defense.
The undisputed UFC.
And even though Rampage was in peak physical and mental condition, he never came close to landing a meaningful strike. Jones' impressive victory cemented his status as the top fighter in the division, and he closed out 2011 with another win over Lyoto Machida. Jones continues to evolve as a fighter, adapting his game to suit his opponents and showcasing an array of diverse strikes, including his dangerous kicking arsenal and devastating ground-and-pound techniques that make him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. In April 2012, Jones added another decisive victory to his impressive resume by defeating former UFC champion Rashad Evans. This fight provided Jones with a great opportunity to cement his legacy as a dominant champion, and he did not disappoint. Despite Evans' exceptional speed, strength, and conditioning, Jones thoroughly outperformed him in all aspects of the fight.
115 right now.
Jones used his exceptional reach to keep Evans at bay while using his diverse striking and kicking techniques to dismantle his opponent.
Head kick misses by 6 rounds. That beautiful.
By the end of the fight, Jones had thoroughly dominated Evans, further solidifying his place as the top fighter in the division. Following this impressive victory, Jones made history by becoming the first MMA fighter to secure a sponsorship deal with Nike. In September of 2012, Jones was scheduled to fight veteran Belfort in the UFC's upcoming pay-per-view event, UFC 152.
Armbar! He's got it!
To everyone's surprise, Belfort managed to put Jones in danger, breaking his aura of invincibility for a brief 15 seconds. Jones felt the pain, and for a moment, it looked like his arm was about to snap off.
Finish this fight! Jones trying to power out of it! Might break that arm, Mike. He might break that arm.
Jones attempted to power out of the armbar, stating that he would instead break his arm than tap out. Unlike most fighters, who would have submitted within 6 seconds of Belfort's armbar, Jones endured and eventually dominated the rest of the fight, submitting his opponent in the fourth round.
Jones remains the UFC Light Heavyweight Champion.
In April 2013, Sonnen finally had the chance to face off with Jones in the cage. Despite Jones dominating the bout, Sonnen nearly became the champion. During the fight, Jones dislocated his big toe while mauling Sonnen. However, he still managed to secure the TKO finish, with just 27 seconds left in the first round.
Big knee, looking to finish this fight early. All over him right here in the first round.
While the fight may not have been necessary, it served as his stark reminder that Jones is one of the toughest fighters the sport has ever seen. He only needed 9 toes to finish his opponent, proving his incredible resilience and determination. Following his fight with Alexander Gustafsson, Jones had faced his most challenging opponent yet. Although Gustafsson was not as well known as Jones' previous rivals, he proved to be a formidable threat. Gustafsson bloodied and battered the champion, pushing him to his limits in a way that no one had ever done before. He even caused a massive gash under Jones' eye and became the first man to take him down.
Another thing that he's doing is you're seeing him grab Alex. Usual Gustafsson.
Despite the intense battle, Jones managed to push back against his opponent and win the final 2 rounds.
Gustafsson in a world of trouble here.
Gustafsson's in trouble. That's it. Wow.
He ultimately won the fight with a unanimous decision, setting a new record for the most consecutive light heavyweight title defenses. In May 2014, Jones was set to face his toughest opponent yet, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist and #1 contender, Rafael Fijo Cavalcante. However, due to a knee injury, Cavalcante was forced to withdraw from the fight. Instead, Jones faced late replacement and fellow wrestler, Ovince St. Preux, at UFC 197. Despite having only 2 weeks' notice, St. Preux proved to be a formidable opponent, lasting the full 5 rounds with Jones.
They've always had Jon Jones on their mind.
It was a nice kick by Ovince.
That's the athleticism we talked about. But now John's picking it up a little bit.
But in the end, Jones secured the unanimous decision victory, showcasing his superior grappling skills and conditioning.
It's the Greco takedown.
That takedown may have hurt him.
Decision for the winner by unanimous decision, and Bones!
Jones was determined to bounce back and prove his innocence after the failed drug test. He spent the year in suspension, focusing on training and self-improvement, determined to come back stronger. Jones would eventually return to the octagon in 2017, facing Daniel Cormier to regain the light heavyweight championship. Both fighters had their movements, but Jones was stronger in clinch and ground and pound,
Early. Nice knee in the body by Jon.
and ultimately won the fight via TKO. Following a 15-month hiatus from the octagon, Jones was granted another opportunity to compete for the title at UFC 214 in July 2017 against Daniel Cormier. The fight between the two champions was phenomenal, with both fighters having their moments. The first 2 rounds were closely contested, but halfway through the 3rd round, Jones landed a devastating kick to Cormier's head, followed by a barrage of punches that rendered him unconscious, enabling Jones to regain the light heavyweight championship.
Here comes Johnny Bones with the ground and pound. Cormier
That could be it.
trying to
That's it. He's out. He's out.
Jon Jones has done it.
Regrettably, that highlight reel finish was subsequently wiped from the record books when Jones tested positive for steroids. Jones was then suspended for an additional 15 months, and the win was overturned to a no contest, officially erasing the title change. Despite his challenges and controversies, Jon Bones Jones has proven to be a fighter of unmatched skill and determination, becoming a true legend of mixed martial arts. He has also founded the CARE Project, a charity aimed at improving the quality of life for New Mexicans. Jones's story is a reminder that even champions face struggles both in and out of the octagon. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more MMA content.
Mounted crucifix, he just needs to secure the right arm. Now he's going for a Kimura. It is all over! Jon Jones remains